Have you ever felt that sudden tightness in your chest when someone says, "I'm coming over"? You smile, you say, "Yeah, sure, come by." But inside, your brain whispers, "There goes my peace." If you know that feeling, trust me, you're not alone. Welcome. You're about to feel very seen. Today, we're breaking down the psychology of people who genuinely hate having guests over, not dislike, not prefer to avoid. Hate. And before you judge yourself, let me tell you something. That feeling? It's not what you think. Here's the thing, that friend who always has an excuse when you suggest visiting their place, they're not avoiding you, they're protecting something sacred. For some people, home isn't just a building, it's their emotional reset button. It's the one place where the mask comes off, where they breathe deeper, where silence feels like oxygen. Psychologists call this territorial comfort, and it's completely real. When you invite a guest over, even someone you genuinely like, your brain treats it as a low-level invasion, not because the person is bad, but because your space gets disrupted. Think about it. When someone's in your home, you're performing, you're hosting. The mental checklist starts running. Is the bathroom clean? Do I have snacks? Should I offer tea? Where do they sit? How long will they stay? That invisible labor drains you quietly. But there's something deeper going on. For people who hate hosting, their home is where their authentic self lives. It's not a stage. It's not for performance. It's who they are when no one's watching. And when a guest enters, that private sanctuary becomes a public space. The calm pond someone just dropped a pebble into. Nothing bad happens, but the ripples change everything. Now, here's something most people never admit. Some of the nicest, most warm, most caring people are the ones who feel the most relief the moment the door closes behind a guest. You love them. You enjoyed their company. But the second they leave, your shoulders drop. Your breathing gets deeper. The silence rushes back in like fresh air. That's not rude. That's not antisocial. That's your nervous system finally saying, "We're safe again." Because here's what society won't tell you. Social energy drains certain people, even in their own home, maybe especially in their own home. But let's be honest. For some people, hating guests goes beyond preference. It can signal social anxiety, past trauma, depression quietly whispering, "What's the point?" And for them, home becomes both a refuge and a cage, so it's important to ask yourself, do I hate hosting because it disrupts my peace, or because the idea of people seeing my space, my life, my reality feels too vulnerable, too exposing, too heavy? Because one is boundaries, the other might be isolation. But here's the important part. If you genuinely just need your home to stay yours, there is nothing wrong with wanting to protect that space. These people often have incredibly strong emotional boundaries. They don't push people away. They simply protect the spaces that help them stay whole. They know the difference between loving someone and needing solitude, between connection and invasion, between hospitality and self-abandonment. You can love people deeply and still guard your peace fiercely. Your home is your sanctuary. It's where you recharge, decompress, exist without expectation, and you're allowed to keep it that way. That's not selfish, that's self-awareness. That's knowing what you need to function, and honoring it without guilt. Hit subscribe if this resonates with you. So tell me, are you like this too? Or do you think we're all just making excuses? Because here's what most people don't understand. The ones who protect their home aren't cold. They're not unfriendly. They're not broken. They're people who've learned that their energy is finite, that their peace is precious, that not every space needs to be shared to prove you care. They're the ones who know that. Sometimes, the deepest act of self-care is closing the door, turning off the noise, and simply existing in the space they've built for themselves. You're not antisocial. You're not rude. You're not missing out. You're just someone who understands that home isn't just where you live, it's where you become yourself again, and that's worth protecting.